right, and welcome everybody. I'm not sure who's here. I know I'm here. Man, you guys can't see me, but when I have that like intro music going on, man, I'm just like I'm moving. And especially now with Gotti going on and my dog's barking in the background, man, I don't care, right? Doesn't matter if Solana's down or coming up or whatever it's doing. You know, we're here and we are going to have a great live stream tonight. If you are here watching right now, you know, if you're part of the Gotti community, because this live stream is about Gotti, it's about the Gotti token and just kind of everything. And this is going to be like an open forum. We can talk. We're going to have some fun. And I'm going to share with you my views. We're going to go through a couple of things I have queued up already so we can take a look. And I'm stoked. So if you are here, if you're new, or if you are a Gotti veteran, you're a token holder. Now, by the way, before we begin, I always have to mention this because it's really, really important. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm never going to tell anyone to buy, sell, hold any crypto project. Do your own research, conduct your own due diligence. Never take anyone's word for anything. You know, the crypto space has been riddled for years of deceits and trust issues and people stealing money from other, it's just a mess. So do yourself a favor and become a responsible, and dare I say it, an investor, all right? This is something that, especially if you're, I want to be careful how I do this, but, if you have like a family and you have mortgages and you have like tons of responsibilities, I mean, we all do. It's just a matter of scope, right? Then, you really want to make sure that every little dollar you invest, which is only money that you can afford to lose, right, needs to be thought out and not just thrown, or else you're just taking money and burning it or you're gambling. And I have to say, starting off, I'm not being paid or sponsored by Gotti at all. I am pretty much a holder from the beginning. I came across Gotti. I'm going to tell you this quick little story. I actually came across the Gotti project, Gotti Token, I would say probably the 15th of April, about a week before it went live. Maybe sometime in that week. It went live on the 20th, and then it came across my radar. And the only reason that I saw it is I was going through my Twitter feed, and I saw an image of Gotti. I'm like, what is this? And that's where it all began. And I deep dive into it. I joined the Telegram, went on the Twitter page, went on the website, checked that out. I was like, okay, this is something that's really interesting to me. And the circulating supply, or the total supply, was a huge something that I found very intriguing and very like, this is different. I've never heard of a crypto project with that more or much or damn near a little amount of tokens available. So that was a huge thing. And as I got going, and then I would join the Telegram, and going through the process and listening to MKid, who is the founder, former on Wall Street, been Bitcoin miner, been around in the crypto space since I believe 2011, if my memory serves. Hey guys, too many kicks to the head in my youth. What do you want? And then I love the fact that he wanted to create another store of wealth. And again, this is not a comparison to Bitcoin. And even though I must say that I'm going to put this out there, public record, my first spaces that MKid did with me, he was on for like an hour and a half, and I really appreciate that. The beginning of the spaces, I had is Bitcoin, or is Gotti the next Bitcoin? So that's something that, looking back, I'm like, damn, that wasn't my first choice, but that's what came up. So it is kind of what it is. But whatever. Going forward is, it's just spilt milk under the bridge, right? So that's how I got involved. And a few things really stood out. And if you are here from the community, or if you're new, let me know in the chat. I want to know who's new to Gotti, if this is your first time hearing about it, or if you're a community member, and maybe you invited someone. But the total supply was something that was really fascinating to me, a scarcity mentality. Now, I've been involved, and most of us here who are watching, I'm sure know, have been a part of certain projects. I'm going to use it as meme projects or community tokens. And, I'm going to be honest with you because I'm a straight shooter on this channel. I don't pull punches. A lot of those basically they're useless. They have any kind of interesting value. It's just the hype of it. There's nothing of any, it's like more sizzle and no steak. And I'm going to talk about steak in a few minutes. But with the Gotti token, the lack of a ginormous supply, we're talking, and most meme tokens. And again, now let me back up a little bit. Now I was in part of that Shiba Inu craze back in 2021, and Shiba Inu did right by me. All right, so I'm not slamming it, but how many others can you say? How many other projects that were on that were paralleling Shiba Inu, you saw that sort of, mammoth gains that they was seeing, people being millionaires, and it's just so many different things happen. That's a rare event. I've been involved in projects that, man, it ended up, so much so, there's been a few of them that I was involved in briefly until I was like, this isn't right. I got out, where I felt like they were cults. And so much so I wrote an ebook about it. But when you have a community where the founder is dialed in on creating it as a store of wealth, like I don't look at Gotti as a meme token. To me, it's degrading a little bit for what he's trying to do. Now, there's thousands of crypto projects out there, and I'm sure there's thousands of meme tokens or projects that really don't really serve a purpose. For me to get involved in a project like this, I'm very much, I don't want to take risks. My risk tolerances is lower. Like I'm going to be 54 this next couple of months. So what's important to me is that I'm looking at projects that I feel are quality projects that help, and not just, that they have something to say, not something to just show. And I really love the seriousness of the founder and how dialed in, and also how much he has given back to the community. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is another thing. I've never seen that before. And this is before the tokens even launched. Basically, yes, because there was airdrops and things like that beforehand. The Gotti token was fair launched on the 20th of April, just a little bit under 2 weeks ago. Now, unfortunately, I was doing a karate combat live stream, and I was not able to, it was a 5.5 hour live stream. I couldn't get away enough to focus on do that because I was going live to everybody. But it was fair launched, and it was announced, about 10 days beforehand, where the difference of a fair launch and a like a pre-sale, look out. I would never purchase tokens or anything on a pre-sale, because even if you were notified, because pre-sale is like you get with your buddies and you, hey, let's buy this amount of tokens. This is going to go live, and I want you to have this, or I want you to have that beforehand. With a fair launch is what it is. It's a fair launch. Everyone is notified. Everyone knows when the time to purchase, when the day it is, all that kind of stuff, where you can actually do it. And we'll talk about that this evening as well, of all that specific stuff. Now, that was a big factor, getting airdrop tokens, and then I purchased tokens myself, because that's kind of how I am. I'm not going to just mooch off of a project that they're, if I really enjoy it and I think there's value in it, I'm going to invest in it, because I think if you have skin in the game, you're more apt to want that, right? You're more apt to want that project to succeed. So that's what I did. I wanted to invest in that. And once I got into the Telegram channel and I saw everyone else and how nice everybody is. So guys, if you're watching this now or on the replay, this has got to be one of the best communities I've been a part of in my, 4 or 5 years of being involved in crypto. Everyone's there to help each other. There is no shenanigans. If there's any shenanigans, if there's any stuff going on that shouldn't, that's right, it's immediately addressed. You know, if someone's doing something like not in integrity, right? Because it's bad enough, crypto's got like a black eye. So what we want to do is create people to have trust in crypto again and enjoy crypto. A lot of people are like, oh my God, crypto, man, I don't want to stay away from that. My money's going to get stolen, right? So when you are dealing with people that are that nice, that willing to help each other and want to see that project succeed, you kind of fall in line. No one is ever ostracized in that community, and there's damn near 1,000 people in that community now. I'm not sure where it was. But it was, before I came on, it was like 995 members in the official Telegram channels. Now, all the information you need, all the resources you need are in the description of this live stream. You go to, or my previous video, I did a video the other day about Gotti, a little bit more comprehensive, a little bit more linear. That has everything you need to know. What wallets, and we're going to talk about wallets. Where do you go if you decide you want to buy? Resources to check out what's going on with the Gotti token. All these different things, and we're going to run through this evening. And if anyone has any Q&A or any questions, please feel free to ask. But that was something that really appealed to me. The community, how serious and how committed the founder was, and that's another thing. He's not calling himself a dev. He's a founder, right? An investor. That, to me, from a business background, I owned a martial arts facility for over 20 years with a staff of like 5 or 6 people, program directors, instructors, things like that. I appreciate that. That I look at that as someone who's serious and who's committed to creating this project. And when you're putting money back into the community with no strings attached, you're not having to jump through hoops. Just hold your tokens, right? Just hold your tokens. Don't sell them all. Don't whatever, don't FUD the project, which is really hard to do, because it's a solid project. So much so I'm going to share with you in a minute. Built on the Solana blockchain. Now, you would think that the Gotti token would be, that Solana would eclipse Gotti. Well, check this out. Right now, the Gotti token is over twice, like for one Solana, you can, you're basically for, it's 2 times, like one Gotti is worth twice the amount as one Solana. And especially earlier today when everything was tanking, when the entire markets were tanking, and they have been for a while, Gotti was still hanging tough. We are still doing amazingly well. Fair launched on the 20th, about 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, at about $1.13 per token. I got more on Sunday, which at that point had skyrocketed to almost $60. And I'm like, wow, I want to get in more now because I had a feeling this was going to go after looking at everything. And it just exploded from there. Our all-time high was over $300, $313. No, I shouldn't say that, because just the other day I was editing a video for my wife and I was sort of like out of it. And I came back once I resurfaced. I came out. Next thing I know, someone said, "Oh, it went up to $425 for a couple of seconds." And I'm like, "Holy holy crap, that's fantastic. You know what I mean? Even though it was only up for a couple seconds, it was still lots of fun to kind of do that. But we've gone back. We've had a correction, of course, which is normal. It's healthy. And as we are progressing forward, we're seeing that even though the markets were down, Gotti was still hanging strong. Now, what I want to do here, and again, if you're here, if you're digging on anything you're seeing, hit that like button. Let people know we're here, because what I want to do here is we're gonna just do a quick. I'm gonna come over here. All right. So check this out. So we are over here at on Dex Tools. Now, this is sort of real-time stuff. Let me just make this a little bit easier. All right, guys. So right now, currently, as we speak, you know what? I'm going to refresh this right now. All right. So we are at 884 holders right now. That's kind of where we are. I want to blow this up a little bit more so we can see what's happening. All right. Now, with a market cap, so we've been hovering around the $14 million mark. Okay. Now, this is really important. Price is almost, I don't want to say it's irrelevant. Market cap is really what you want to look at. When market cap is low, like this, okay, and I hope you guys can see that well enough, then when we're running at a $13 million market cap and the total supply, so the total supply total is 50,000, there will be no more. However, what is available to buy was around 5,000. We are a hell of a lot lower than that now. Okay? And we're gonna scroll, we're gonna go to another one and we'll check that out. But I want you to see also the volatility here. This has actually gone down. If you notice, we're at 0.2-ish on the volatility scale. This actually was a little bit higher the other day. What that means in my eyes is this is a very stable, Dex Tools is determining, hey, this is a stable project, right? You're not going to be high risk. It's you can breathe a little bit easier, right? So these are things that you want to look at, and we're looking at the liquidity here. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I doing down here? Market cap is over here, guys. Jeez. Here we go. So market cap is up here. What am I thinking? But still, we're kind of in that. We're in this area, right? We're in that $13 million mark. Imagine something. Imagine that we are. I need to back up a little bit because there's so many things running through my head right now. I'm trying to be as linear as I can for you guys. I apologize in advance because my mind is just right. There's so many things here to unpack that are positive that I'm just hang with me, right? I need more coffee, damn it. More coffee. Not iced coffee. I like my coffee black, right, in the morning. All right, so here we are. $13 million market cap. Now, I want to scroll down here, and I'm going to scoot this over here because I want to see what's happening. Awesome. All right, so cool. I am glad everyone is here. Watch out. Look out. Look out. Yeah. All right. It kind of takes a lot to for me to get excited. Being in crypto, we've all seen a lot of stuff go on. All right, and you're like, oh man, I'm pretty friggin' pumped, guys. I am really jacked up right now. I got to tell you, a natural high I am on. All right, so I'm going to scroll down here a little bit because this is also something else I want us to see and take a look at. Now, I'm not going to focus on the chart. All right, I'm not going to do that. I want to focus on this. So this is basically like Dex Tools' rating system for like a quality I guess, if you will. They have different parameters that they use, or certain metrics that they use to determine the quality of a crypto project. We are at a 98. We were at 99 the other day. What the hell changed? Nothing really changed on our end of it. We are at a 98 out of 99. That also, this is not just speculation. This is an opinion. This isn't just my opinion. I'm thinking, oh, this is facts. This is right here. You can go to Dex Tools, type in Gotti, booyah, there you are. You're going to see all this information right here, okay? And these are some areas that we're looking at. Market cap is a big one. As far as I know, we're only at, and I'm going to find out in a minute, where I believe around 295 tokens available left to buy. That's it. That's it. To put that into comprehension, when we get down, and we're like at 260, whatever we are right now, $260 or whatever it is, 272, I'm sorry. So we're over here, we're 272. When anyone purchases Gotti, or if anyone sells Gotti, because there's such a small supply, it has a big impact. It has a big impact on the price of the token and, maybe the market cap. Imagine if this market cap, now I know the founder MKid has talked about this. He's been on every Twitter Spaces you can imagine. He was on one today for freaking like an hour and a half. The man's a machine. He did mine for an hour and a half, educating people. And that's another thing, but I want to come back to that. Awesome, man. I love it. I love the energy, you guys. Share this, guys. Share this live stream with people. This is something that I think people should be made aware of. Again, this is all I'm doing. My job is not to have people come in and buy. It's not up to me to do that. It's up to the person to see if it has value in their research. I'm just introducing. I'm not an influencer at all. I'm an educator. My career for the majority of my adult life was as a martial arts educator. I was a full contact fighter back in the 90s. I had been training since I was 12 or 13 years old. And getting into crypto, and especially crypto education, is sorely needed, especially when you're dealing with FOMO and when you're dealing with FUD and what's real and what's fact and what's not. Because this is also what I say too. Maybe I should get shirts made. FOMO is a mofo. When you invest out of emotion, you make irrational decisions. It's like when you're pissed off, right? Like, maybe it's not the best. Maybe it's not the best analogy, but when do people tell the truth? When they're mad, when they're drunk, or if they're kids. You have those, right? And so when we are, I love seeing the comments here. This is so awesome. So when we are, Jesus, I just lost my train of thought. But when we are getting ourselves excited, and it's easy to buy in, it's easy to see when the price goes up, and a lot of people do it wrong. People, right? You guys have seen this. The charts start going up. Then here comes FOMO, fear of missing out, comes in, right? Holy crap. And then all of a sudden you want to buy when things are at a high point. Then all of a sudden it starts to dip, and then you want to sell. It's the reverse. You buy in the red, you sell in the green. But in Gotti's case, it's different. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's such a limited supply. Guys, this might be the cheapest you're going to find a Gotti token. The more tokens are purchased, the higher the market cap, the higher the price of the token, because of that scarcity. It's law of economics. When supply is low and there's a demand, the prices go up. This is why I have a big issue, and I'm going to share with you, When you have meme projects that are in like, you spend $5 and you get like 10 quadrillion tokens, what it would have to take for that project, first off, the money you would have to put in, maybe $300 or $400 or whatever, $200, whatever you want to do, to make that even make sense for you is, it's up to you. But the amount of zeros that project would have to burn would be crazy. I mean, Shiba Inu, to see that kind of meteoric rise from that kind of a project with that kind of many zeros, I'm not slamming Shiba. I'm not, because it did me good. All right, it did me good. So I'm not bitching. I'm not complaining. All I'm saying is, when you go from quadrillions of tokens that really have no purpose to a total supply of 50,000 tokens, right? When you have less than 300, for whatever it is, 300, 295, and it gets lower, it's insane. So to sell, of course, it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do. From my opinion, I'm seeing this hasn't even started yet. And the reason I'm doubling down, also the reason, I'm going to switch this off and then I'll come back. Another reason why I think the price is the way it is because Solana, it's on the Solana blockchain. We are paired with Solana. You would think that Solana would be like I said before, eclipse Gotti, like no problem. It's crazy. You can have two Solanas will buy one Gotti, if not more. That project Solana has flipped. Now, will we beat Solana's market cap? Right? I don't know. But what I'm saying is that when Solana goes down, it's kind of bringing us with it. Obviously, not to the extreme. Like, we're staying tough, which is amazing. The way the market's been lately, man, watch out. Bitcoin under, I think it's like 59,000 or whatever it is right now, 760. I don't even know anymore. But when we are paired with that and Solana's going down, it's bringing us down, and you can see maybe the percentage like, oh, okay, we've been pretty resilient. We've kind of been going sideways. Now imagine when Solana, by the way, today Solana was at 118 was its low, and it got up to 135, and we saw it instantaneous. When Solana starts working back up, and it will, of course it will, that's going to just by default, it's like we're going to draft. It's like I used to do a lot of bicycling and stuff or whatever, and when you have someone in front of you, you're able to draft off that person. All that wind resistance, you're able to catch up, and you're using less energy. It requires less work for you to maintain, and you can even overpower that person by drafting off that other one. Gotti right now is sort of like hanging tough, but depending on what Solana does, if it shoots up, like if Solana shoots up to $200 a token, you watch what one Gotti token will be, because nothing has changed. And that's the beauty. The beauty of Gotti is its fundamentals remain consistent. There's nothing, it's not at their mercy at, like you have 10 devs who are, someone leaves, or, something happens and they don't follow through, or whatever it is. We're seeing Gotti, I think anyway, I haven't been this bullish on a project in quite a while, guys, and this excited. Well, yes, for a couple different reasons, and maybe I'll share that with you because you're here on my live stream, so whatever. But from this aspect of it, we can only go up, in my humble, non-financial advice opinion. So what I want to do now is I'm going to switch gears, and I'm going to go, where do I want to go here? Let's go over here. Oh, Dex Tools. I don't want Dex Tools. All right, so we're going to go over here. We're going to just do a quick look. Now, again, here we are. So now we're over here on CoinGecko. I love CoinGecko. I am not a fan, and there was this thing this morning in the Telegram channel about CoinMarketCap, and I have to say that, sorry guys, I'm getting notifications, probably from the Telegram channel in from our Gotti sites, but our Gotti channel. But CoinMarketCap, not a big fan. Not a big fan of how they're run, how they sort of conduct business to a degree. And my respect for them, I think they, back in 2020, 21, they really, that's what started the process for me. I really am indifferent to them. I don't take CoinMarketCap serious. And I probably would want to do this for you guys. That's better. So CoinGecko, I have a lot more respect for this platform. This is all I really concentrate on. So these are just resources. If you're new and you're like, where do I go? CoinGecko, you can go and you can check out some things. Dex Tools, Dex Screener. These are places that you can go to kind of find out if you do technical analysis, right? Then you have that. You can look into that and you can see. Now, I also want to discuss and go into, I'm going to come back here a little bit. First off, I'm going to take a deep breath, and I want to stop because I've been doing a lot of talking, and I want to say hi to everybody. I'm reading your comments right now, guys. And this is really bright, so I'm going to move this out of the way. Ah, that's better. Let's see here. Awesome. It's so nice to see you guys here. Yes. Thank you. All right, we're going to talk about steak and lobster, baby. That's right. That's right. Oh, I love it. You guys are kicking ass. You know, everyone has been so supportive of everyone else. Yeah, I love it because that's what it's about. We're here to help each other. We're here to support one another. We're not here to shit on other projects. We're not here to disrespect each other. We're not here to be disrespected. We're not here to be in a place where, so I'm not going to say the project, but I was in a project where I left very quickly once I found out what was happening. This was back in 2000. And if you go back and you check out some of my very early YouTube videos, you're going to see me because this project was just doing dirty to its members. I mean, just not keeping promises, not following through on what they were going to say they were going to do, flaunting wealth for everyone who's struggling. People, basically it was a long-term rug. And I got out. Thank goodness I got out because I recognized the shit show that this thing was, and I had to go. So that was something that I promised myself I would never do, is be a part of a project where it disrespected its members. And I have to say this. What I really enjoy about, and he is here with us, M-Kid, sir, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate you. Now, you may want to cover your ears because I'm gonna go off on you in a positive way. So I have to say this. M-Kid, I don't think I've missed any any of the VCs because Telegram is where basically is the main hub for communication. I really appreciate that. I like Telegram, and I think that it's a wonderful vehicle for what Gotti is doing, and VCs are like every day. I was fortunate. Like I was up this morning like at 6 a.m. I come into my office. I've got my coffee. I'm sitting down. Okay, I'm getting ready. My wife is a online coach, and she had a 35-minute video that she wanted me to edit. So I was in here going through that, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, out of nowhere, M-Kid's like I joined Telegram. I'm like, huh? Join VC. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to miss that. So I clicked on it for like an hour. It was all about, it was motivational, it was inspirational, and it was educational. And when you have a founder, when you have someone that cares enough about their community to, you know what, I'm going to do an hour and a half. So last night, hour and a half, I was there, Twitter space. I'm not calling it X. I can't do it, guys. I just can't do it, so I'm giving up. The hell with it. An hour and a half Twitter space, and then a VC this morning, and then another hour and a half Twitter space this afternoon, educating people, telling people what to be on the lookout for, and there's a saying that this came up last week, and I've used this when I was really had my own martial arts schools and things. You catch a man a fish. Ladies, I apologize. Let me rephrase that. When you catch a person a fish, you feed them for the day. When you teach them how to fish, you feed them for a lifetime. This is what the majority of crypto projects do not do. They don't educate their holders. They don't, in my view, quite honestly, respect their holders. I'm only involved in crypto projects that I feel respected, that I feel valued, that I trust, that the person on the other end, even though I may know them, I have to feel that I trust them. So there's only a few crypto projects that I feel have that sort of mentality, and Gotti has got to be up there because of all the time and all the effort and all the money, to be honest with you. I mean, who does this? I dare anyone to come up and say, you know what? Yeah, I've given out $500,000 or, $750,000 back to my community. You know what you're going to hear? Friggin' crickets, right? You're going to hear crickets. However, this is what M-Kid has done. Creating rewards for holders early on. And this is, I think, a good segue into the steak and lobster rewards. Now, those of you who are here, I did a poll the other day. We posted a poll, what video you wanted me to do next. And it was the steak and lobster rewards. Now, I actually have done I've done 2 videos today. I want this, you guys are getting the alpha. So the steak and lobster rewards synopsis, I did, and that's going to be out tomorrow. I also did a live buy, so I'm going to show you how to, with a new wallet, a fresh wallet, a buy of how to buy Gotti using either your, again, I use Phantom. I also use Soulflare. I used Phantom. I set up a brand new wallet. I went on and I transferred my Sol and I did a live buy right there. So I put Gotti into my Phantom wallet today. So that'll be coming out probably on Friday. All right. So there's 2 videos coming, they're more educational, teaching you how, because again, if you're new and you're like, I want to get involved, but there's those areas of those barriers where it's like, how the hell do I do this? I'm nervous. I'm freaked out. I'm going to run you through the process and you'll see that. So keep your eyes out. Those videos are going to be, I'm going to drop the steak and lobster video tomorrow. And like I say, if there's anything that I missed or wasn't clear, I'm going to ask you guys to call me on it. All right. We need to look out for each other. We need to keep each other also accountable and make sure we're doing the right thing. So if I'm putting information out there that's maybe I missed something or I would absolutely redo it. But I'll have that out tomorrow. You'll probably see it around 11 or 12 o'clock. And I hope you guys enjoy that. But I just want to give you guys a heads up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to we're going to talk a little bit about that. Well, the steak and lobster here. I'm going to shut this off. So the steak and lobster rewards, and MKid, if you're here and you want to expand in the chat, please feel free. Or if anybody else wants to do that as well, awesome. It's a reward. It's you're going to be rewarded for being loyal. Now, that's something that I really appreciate. If you're a loyal holder and you're not just moving stuff in, taking stuff out, buying and selling constantly, or if you don't have really any skin in the game, honestly, this is my opinion, you don't deserve to be rewarded, because what have you done to earn that? To me, in my view, if you get something, it's got to be earned, right? A reward system, and the way Kid has it, is that it's going to be random. And I'm just going to, this is my own words, Kid, not yours. The free ride is over, all right? There was times when MKid was just giving out stuff to everyone and inspiring us. Wow, that's fantastic. Now it's time to roll up your sleeves, because that's not sustainable. It's good for a little while, but how long can you actually go out, especially now when Gotti's at $270 a token? I mean, how reasonable is that to go ahead and just giving 2 or 3 out to people, or, dropping 20 or 30? It's really hard to do. There's got to be a reward system. Henceforth, steak and lobster. So this will be a reward for being loyal, where if you have, I really wasn't going to go into this, but I'm going to do it anyway, in case those of you might hear some of this tomorrow. But again, you guys, I want to give it to you guys first. If you're here, you got to have 1 token. You cannot transfer out of your wallet. If you transfer anything out of your wallet or sell, that wallet will be permanently banned. You'll have to set up a clean wallet and put tokens into that one. What I am doing is I have my one wallet, which is my main bag. I'm not touching that. I'll DCA in. Again, not financial advice. That's all but I do that. And I think it's an amazing strategy. And like Kid says, when you're spending $5 a shot for a transaction, it really messes with the bots. And I like that. I think that's awesome. But you have the ability to have that wallet that you keep for your rewards. You don't touch it. You don't even look at it. Then you have your other wallet. If you feel the need, if you're not sure, if you think, there's going to be tokens, I want to maybe give it to some family members, or, I want to be able to be liquid, maybe I'll sell this or do that, set up another wallet someplace else. Use that wallet to do all your transactions. Leave your main wallet alone. Don't look at it. Just kind of let it do its thing. And then that way, you're not going to be banned. Now, if you're getting airdrops, obviously, if you're putting money into that wallet, you're going to be fine. All right, you're good. Right, you're going to be eligible. But if you're selling and you're trying to, I want to make sure everyone we know that we are being integral about it too, because that team will find out. So making sure, and we want to police each other. Integral, making sure that we're playing by the rules, we're following the rules, and the steak and lobster rewards could, I'm using the term campaign, random. We never know when it's going to happen. I've actually missed a couple myself. I'm like, crap, I missed it. Damn it. But you know what? Oh, well, that's it. That's the way it goes, right? So briefly, that's kind of an idea. So the steak and lobster rewards is to reward holders for being loyal and staying the course. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, buys and airdrops are 100% allowed, all right, from that wallet. You just can't transfer and you can't sell, all right? And kid, if there's anything else I'm missing, let me know. And make sure, right, and don't try to... Now, here's the one thing that I want to make sure I mention, because it's going to make sense to most people, but for me, as I said, getting choked out in my youth, you know, I've lost some brain cells. But let's say you have 20 or 30 Gotti in your wallet, all right, whatever the amount is. The campaign starts. You go ahead and you buy 5 or 6. Yeah, 1 Gotti minimum. And for some reason, my camera has frozen on me a little bit, guys. And I don't know why that's the case, but it happens. What's the deal here? Don't you love technology? Isn't this fantastic? I am going to, let's see here. All right, so if you guys don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen because I want you looking at something and not just my pretty face here. Okay, so we're going to do that. So now that I've lost my train of thought, yeah, you need to have 1 token minimum. And if you add tokens into that wallet after the campaign starts, those tokens obviously will not be eligible. Only the tokens you have at that time of the announcement will be eligible. So if you have 25 Gotti tokens in your wallet, the announcement for the campaign starts, for the rewards, that starts. You add 5 more, that 5 won't count. It won't count for that particular one. So just bear that in mind. So if you're like, oh man, if I add this, of course it's not going to. So that just makes sense. It's just, you know, the right thing to do. So that's briefly the steak and lobster in a quick nutshell. Again, I'll have the video out for you guys tomorrow. I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys like it. I hope you get some value from it. But we are kind of running a little bit on what am I want to do here? Wow, everything. Man, don't you hate when that happens? For some reason, I lost all of my tabs. Oh well. You know what? Whatever. It kind of is what it is, guys. So we now are kind of working on to where I'm very excited, of course, about this project, about Gotti. And my focus, again, is I want to be a part of something that's going to be around for a while, that has tremendous growth potential, and the people are amazing. So it's really about community. I never will call Gotti a meme token because in my mind, I don't believe it is. To me, it's a store of wealth. I use that as like, you know what? In a year or 2 from now, when the available supply is down to like damn near 0, it's going to become not practical for people to purchase a whole Gotti. It'll be fractional. You can still buy fractions. I've been doing it, you know, consistently. So this is also something to think of, that you don't have to feel like, oh man, I can't afford a $500 Gotti. Okay, well, do like you would do with Bitcoin or something else. Buy $5, dollar cost average in a day. Do that. And little by little, you're going to see your portfolio really improve. Now, again, we're on the Solana blockchain, which is also another benefit, and I think Kid did that purposely, and I'm really glad he did, not putting on Ethereum, because I'm going to say also this as well. I have projects that when it was back in 2021 that I still have in my MetaMask wallet that are on the Ethereum network. It would cost me 10 times more to transfer or do whatever with that token than just leaving it. So I've got tokens, I got projects in my MetaMask wallet that are on Ethereum that I'm like, it's gonna cost me more to get rid of the damn things. I'm just gonna leave them there and do whatever happens happens. On Solana, which is beautiful, and I love, and there's a lot of other blockchains that are doing this too. Your transaction fees are like pennies. I mean, you can go and spend whatever you want to spend, and you may pay 7, 8, 10 cents or whatever the percentage is. I know, kid, you probably have a better idea about that than me. Um, I appreciate that because I want to spend my money on the token that I want to buy, not on exorbitant gas fees. Who needs that? To me, that's not good business, from my head. So when we're doing this and when we're purchasing or doing anything with, penny pincher. Hey, frugality. There's a book, guys, and this is an older book. I'm digressing. It's called The Millionaire Next Door. If you've never read that, it's an older book, but it's a really, really good book where it talks about, when you mentioned penny pincher, there was basically the idea, the premise of the book is that they did studies of like high valued, high net worth people and what their spending habits were. And the majority of them drove cars that were domestic, that were older. They shopped at regular stores. They weren't, you know what I mean? They were frugal. They weren't cheap. They were frugal. They may have a Ford pickup truck that they drove around. They have their other one too, but it's about lifestyle. So that's an area that, for me anyway, because I see this project, I see Gotti in my head as 2 or 3 years down the road, really making life-changing money for people. It's always, there's always volatility. There's always going to be some level of risk. Crypto, and I say this over and over and over again, crypto is not for the faint of heart. If a person gets spooked easily by market conditions, fluctuations, whatever, different conditions, what's going on, if the price is high, if we're on the green or if it's in the red. I look at things like this. When we're in the red, I'm looking to buy. For me anyway, I am looking to buy when we are in the red. And that's kind of my psychology. People, though, reverse it. People want to buy in the green and sell in the red. Well, you're killing yourself, right? You're actually losing money. And with Gotti, if you have 10 tokens and you sell those off, and Kids has mentioned stories about people selling their tokens at $20 and then buying back into a position that now they're spending 15 times more than they would have, or that they did, with less tokens. So this is where not investing on emotion, because you're going to get wrecked. If you're easily spooked, if you're looking for that quick buck, I mean, you could do whatever you want to do. For me, I have projects that I want long term. I've done swing trading and I've done day trading, and I don't have the mentality for that. I have projects that I'm involved in. For example, I'm going to name drop. So I'm a Brave ambassador. So for Brave browser, it's a security browser if you've never heard of it, and my focus is on educating people on security of web browsers, because I don't like Google. I won't use Google at all. They're there to track you and invade your privacy, and who needs that? Projects like one that's also near and dear to my heart, which is Karate Combat. By the way, if anyone's going to be at Consensus, and I don't know if anyone is, if you're in Austin, Texas, if anyone here lives in Austin, I'm going to be there covering the Karate Combat event that's happening the end of this month. So I'm just waiting to get that squared away. Brave is bringing me out, and I'm going to be doing a lot of coverage and creating content for Brave about karate combat. So if anyone is in Austin towards the end of the month and you're in that area, hook me up. I'd like to kind of hang out and have a little gathering with the Gotti family. That would be cool. All right. Anyway, so now that I've done that, back to this. So being on Solana, I think is going to, even though it's down right now, but everything is down, is going to make a huge impact with Gotti. And I think this is the best blockchain that you could use for this. So I'm really stoked about where Gotti is. Now, I've been doing a lot of talking, and I want to basically shut up. So if anyone has any questions or want to say anything, now I know it's hard because we're text and our world is basically, we're interacting with one another verbally. And I will be also scheduling a community spaces for the Gotti community, which will basically be about everyone coming up and talking about their experiences and if they want to bring people in. So I'm going to be scheduling that in the next day or two. So there's a lot of things that I'm working on for content for Gotti, because when I believe into a project, I go all in. So if anyone has any questions or if anyone wants to say anything or type anything, please go ahead. And I'm so glad we're here. I'd like to see some more likes, though, guys. We have 310 people here, which is fantastic, and I appreciate you all, but only 8 likes. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot more of live stream. I do live streams every week. Will you really? Let's get together and find out, because I was thinking about this, kid, because we're coming up on 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks launch. So let me know what day works for you, either tomorrow or Friday. I'll make myself available for you, and we can get to it. Oh man, you know what? I appreciate you guys. You know what I mean? So I'm just so glad, we try to find, everyone's trying to get into a crypto project early. Everyone's trying to find that project that they feel is going to be work for them. And, okay, Friday, sweet. Do you have a time frame? Oh, awesome. Wake you up just in case. Man, I tell you, I've had some glitches with this. I'm going to, because I'm sure you're probably sick of seeing like Soulflare that popping up. So if you have a certain time on that, that would be awesome. Oh man, thank you. And this is the beauty of this community. I'm so stoked. Evening works? Okay, cool. Yeah, you're probably slammed throughout the day. I want to see something here. How many members do we have now in that in our Telegram channel? Does anyone know? $6 p.m. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just punching up something here. So this way, I want to see. We did it. We got over 1,000 people. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Man, I remember. Okay, maybe 8 would work. Well, whenever you have dinner with the family, sir, you let me know, because I definitely do not want to. Yeah, baby, 9 p.m. Now we're talking. Let's just make it like 11 a.m. Let's do this. Wow. When I joined, I don't know how many people we had in that group, in that Telegram channel. There wasn't many. I was really fortunate to be a part of that. Early on. And we have 791. That's just fantastic. Oh, 1,001. Great. Is there anyone here? Yeah, it was small. Oh man. Well, you know what? We'll record it. So if you miss it, I'll have it saved. And Kid was on my first one. By the way, Kid, just so you know, like I've been and guys, if you're watching and listening, I'm a YouTube guy. I've only did 11 a.m. When? Tomorrow or Friday? I'm sorry. We can do 11 a.m. tomorrow if that's what you're meaning. But that Twitter Spaces that Kid was on, full disclosure, that's only the second one I've ever hosted. Believe it or not, or maybe it's believable, I normally do live streams, videos, things like that. So, okay, we'll do 11 a.m. When I'm done here, I will go on and get that scheduled. So only if you're okay with 11 a.m. I can do 11 a.m. If that's okay. If that's okay, I'll make it work. Oh man, everyone's here. Yeah, I'm crushing it except for my mic or except for my camera. So I really don't want to end with camera issues, guys. So I am I am tweaking this. Oh, we're gonna rock. You know what? I am so blessed to be here. This is so awesome. I just really am glad everyone is sign me up. Oh, here it comes, by the way, too. If you like any of the videos that I put out or live streams or, like, for instance, I would have bought like a shitload of Gotti on the 20th, Kid, but I was doing a 5.5 hour live stream of, again, karate combat. Martial arts is my passion. It's what I've been doing since I was a little kid, and I'm going to be 54 in September. I live stream with my own commentary every time that they have one. So if I wasn't doing that, I would have been buying like no tomorrow, because I already knew where this was going to go. So yeah. However, I don't quit. I don't like to give up on things. So I'm going to, as we're over here talking, as my camera falls off, I am going to work on trying to get this up if we can get this fixed, so that way really cool. Well, as I said, I'm gonna be there representing Brave Browser. I'm an ambassador, and so they're gonna take care of me, and I'm gonna create content for them for the next couple of months, doing live videos and stuff like that. Wait a minute, what did I miss? So, as we're doing this, guys, remember, if you like any of the content, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, because I'm going to be doing a lot more Gotti videos and taking requests and just other things that we're doing. Cool. Cool kids. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You better be cooler. You're out the door. You will get an unceremonious boot to the ass for sure if you're not the right kind of person, which is great because, life is too short to be dealing with crazy stuff. So Yeah, I'm really glad to be a part of it. So, guys, I am going to Okay, is that better? I think that's better. I don't know what just happened. Everything just my audio died and then just everything froze up and crashed. I had to shut everything off and turn it back on again. You know how you were talking about, kid, about having technical issues with Twitter? Well, of all nights for me to have technical issues, it happened. But you know what? We just put a smile on our face and just keep going and just do the best we can. So, um, I'm not sure if anyone else is here or how far we heard, but basically, in the sense of wrapping everything up, I just want to say again, I appreciate everyone, and yeah, I'm going to do another one, probably another week or so, and to do this, make sure everything's working the way it should. So, but kid, I will go ahead and get that scheduled for tomorrow a.m. And I'm looking forward to that. So I'll start putting it out there this evening. And I just want to say thank you for being here and supporting all of us. And we appreciate you very much. So, guys, anyone here is watching, thank you so much. And remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps, and neither does M Kid. I'll see you later, man. Okay, aloha.